Hello everyone, Guillaume Soliman here, host of the E-Commerce Wizards podcast, where I feature leaders in e-commerce and business. Today's guest is Omar Soliman. He's the co-founder of Couryah. And today we are talking about an online startup story. So starting an online grocery delivery platform or service and reaching the first $1 million of online orders. So before we get started, our sponsorship message.
This episode is brought to you by MageMontreal. If a business wants a powerful e-commerce online store that will increase their sales, or to move piled-up inventory to free up cash reserves, or to automate business processes to reduce human processing errors, our company, MageMontreal, can do that. We've been helping e-commerce stores for over a decade. Here's the catch. We're specialized and only work on the Adobe Magento e-commerce platform, also known as Adobe Commerce. We're among only a handful of certified companies in Canada. We do everything Magento-related. If you know someone who needs design, support, training, maintenance, or a new e-commerce website, email our team at support@magemontreal.com or go to magemontreal.com. That's MAGE Montreal.com.
All right, Omar, thanks for being here today.
I am super happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, can you give us a brief background about yourself and the initial creation story of your company here?
Yeah, absolutely. We reside here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, in Eastern Canada. My background is from Cairo, Egypt. We immigrated to Canada with my family back in 2007. And my background comes from e-commerce. So Bachelor of Commerce with Computing Info Systems and Finance. Back in 2018, my brother was working overseas, decided to come back to Halifax to start his own business. And that's when we joined arms. We were sitting pretty much in the living room trying to decide on some names. We wanted something unique. Anything that was popular out there, like grocery delivery, probably costed in the thousands. So we started to think, we want to base our business based on delivery. It was booming at the time. We knew couriers was a trusted type of people. My brother started thinking of the word Couryah, and that's where the name started coming up from. I think it was at the time it was $10. We bought the domain and we incorporated the company, and that was officially back in November 2018.
So that's a pretty rapid growth. Congrats there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. We came a long way since then, for sure. And I'm excited to tell you about some of the milestones and some of the stories that we've been through today.
Yeah, because in the pre-interview here, you told me about, for example, going very drastically up in sales when COVID arrived. So perhaps you can tell us a little bit about this, like going from like 10K a month to like 100K a month in 30 days when COVID arrived.
Absolutely. When we started, we started pretty small and we started testing. As any entrepreneur, if you know everything when you start your business, then you're starting too late. And we didn't know everything at the time. We soft launched in May 2019, which had about few months before COVID rolled in towards the beginning of 2020. We were pretty much doing everything. We were wearing all the hats. From talking to new partners, managing accounting, marketing, and trying to improve our platform. That was all done between me and my other co-founder. In 2020, things started rolling pretty quick when news of COVID started coming to Canada. Around March, when the actual pandemic hit and the first warning came out, that was very big for us. We pretty much were in the stores trying to fulfill orders, and all we get is tons of orders coming in. At the time, we didn't even have time slots. So pretty much orders were just coming in, and we didn't have many people to fulfill orders at the time. So it was super crazy. We had to, worry about fulfilling orders, hiring new people, training them in the middle of the chaos. It was masks, sanitizers, and everything in between. We didn't really, at the time, we were just almost on autopilot, where you are, trying to serve as many people as possible, try to stay within the rules, but also grow. So during the day, pretty much was a variety of delivering, talking to customers, and at night it was updating our website, adding on deals for people, and trying to get new variety of products so more people can order and use the platform.
So with the happening of COVID, sort of sales just like naturally exploded. You didn't have to add additional like marketing techniques or marketing channel. It's just like online grocery delivery, which is so popular that people were like finding your site and placing orders.
Absolutely. It was the number one hot topic at the time. Any grocery delivery service that was available was probably, 4, 5, 6 days busy, and you couldn't order for that long. And we wanted to make sure that we are not lagging behind. So we hired, at the time we focused on hiring a lot of people really quickly. So that way we're able to get to these people within at least 24 to 48 hours, which is a lot faster than what our competition had at the time. And like you said, pretty much sales start rolling in pretty quick. We went from almost $10,000 a month to over $100,000 within the span of 30 days. And at the time, we even, I remember we slowed down marketing because we were, behind on operations, and we wanted to keep up on operations before we almost open up the pipe for more orders to come through. But it was a wonderful time, as much as it was really challenging, and it had a lot of challenges at the time. It was a wonderful time because it gave us a ton of real-time insights. We learned from our customers. At the time, we didn't have a lot of the features that we have now. So by understanding what the market needs, we were able to implement those things based on the actual things that are happening in real life.
Right. And when we go on your website, I mean, you add to cart, you choose products, and you sort of check out. So how does it work in terms of you for like storing inventory or anything like that?
Absolutely. We don't actually store any inventory at all. We don't have a physical location. What our platform does is our customers can go online, shop from various grocery retailers and various grocery stores around the city. Once they pick the stuff that they need or the items that they would like, add it to cart, select the time they want it delivered, we would send a shopper to the store. The shopper would communicate in the store with the customers, make sure that if there's any items that are out of stock or anything like that, make sure we deliver the full order. And then off you go. They head to the customer, deliver the order to their doorstep. It's a very seamless process. Our customers love the convenience. We serve tons of young professionals, busy parents, and everybody else in between. And like you said, grocery delivery became the hottest topic, and we definitely wanted to make sure that we're there for our community during that time of COVID.
So from a startup point of view, like this is brilliant, man. It's really brilliant because you don't store any inventory. You have no capital tied up in inventory. You have no produce going bad on you with no percentage of losses, whatever it is, maybe like 5% or something of loss of products, you know? So you're saving also this is extra profit. You don't have that 5% of loss, that is 5% of profit, and you don't have the cost of carrying and tied on capital and paying interest and all that stuff. So you're just sending somebody to shop at those local grocery stores. So it's really a convenience service of like you place an order online and somebody's going to go and do the shopping for you in the city and bring it to you. So it's pretty interesting. It's a very smart way of starting a business. And I guess in terms of capital, even though you do have an online platform, must not be too capital intensive. Did you have to like raise money to start this?
No, and you're spot on, pretty much right here. At the time, we were a couple of entrepreneurs. We had our corporate jobs, but we didn't have a lot of money saving, and we didn't raise money initially. So we wanted to make sure that we're starting with a lean model, something that we can, as a small business owner, you always want to test the market first, start small, and then you're not opening yourself up for too much risk or exposure early on in the game. And that's exactly what we said. We said, let's build the platform ourselves and move on from there. So we did not raise any money until we hit our first $1 million in sales. So everything was bootstrapped. Like I said, pretty much we just wore many different hats. We did customer service. Like I remember a lot of times I would be in the store shopping for an order very early on, and I'm chatting with customers online through our chat. And that's what it means by wearing many hats. You just gotta be able to understand every single aspect of your business, and the only way to do that is by actually doing it or being down in the trenches with your people. So between delivery, hearing from our customers, understanding their needs, we wouldn't have known what we know today if we weren't doing that. And if we had raised money very early on, maybe we would have hired somebody to do these jobs, and we wouldn't have known what we know today. So I'm kind of grateful it went the way it was. And once we hit the first million in sales and we wanted to kind of scale after that or grow our platform, that's when we started looking at outside sources of fundraising. But until the first million in sales, it was all bootstrapped.
Yeah, and I do agree with this business philosophy that as much as possible, the owners and partners should know how to do sort of every job in the company to some degree. Of course, if your business model has the need for a surgeon, you don't need to know that specific trade, but you should still understand at a high level what's going on. And the more you understand hands-on every single sector, from the lead generation, the marketing, the sales, the product sourcing, the supply chain and everything, the better the company will tend to operate, because you really understand hands-on what's going on, and you can give authentic feedback to a new employee. Like, I can train a new employee on anything in the company except programming now. I'm not up to date on this thing. So yeah.
That's exactly. And eventually we started actually hiring, like we had a marketing partner come onto the team, and we started hiring, of course, couriers as the pandemic rolled through. I think we hired over about 40 couriers at the time, which was crazy. We had couriers and shoppers in every single grocery store around the city. And we even at times, we had shoppers inside the store for the full duration of the day, just shopping for orders because of how busy it was.
And then it brings up an operational challenge or potential challenge. I'm curious how you're dealing with it. Since your store is listing other stores' products, like, how do you stay in sync with them with any kind of price changes? Like, the bread's not the same price this week or whatever,
Absolutely. So early on, we had a bit of a different structure where we utilized a major grocer here, Atlantic Superstore. They are the 90% of Atlantic Canadian are within 5 kilometers of Atlantic Superstore, which is why we utilized their store mainly for our grocery catalog. They had over 19,000 grocery products. My partner was the one that was mainly responsible for database management. And he would spend some time each day looking over new weekly deals. Prices at the time wasn't changing as frequent as it is now with inflation. So it wasn't too bad maintaining our product database. Later on, I'm going to tell you, like right now, we switched up a bit our structure where now to offer more transparency to our customers, we are offering exactly in-store pricing and deals. So now our system allows our shopper to update pricing in store. So let's say, for example, there's a price online that may be more or less. When the shopper is shopping in store, they're able to update that price, and it will update into a permanent price on our online database. So moving forward, once it's updated once, it stays in there. The customer is getting the best pricing, and we're making sure that our margins and our products are always updated.
Pretty neat improvement there. And of course, you have fewer suppliers, but you still have other, like you said, ethnic and specialty stores that people could order from. But by having not too many stores, it's easier for the courier that they don't have to run around the whole city to pick up a lot of stuff for one order.
Yes, we are. We've been building our system. Early on, we were on just a website, and just recently, about 3 months back, we have launched our full tech suite, which includes 3 iOS apps and 3 Android apps, an app for our customer, one for our partners, and one for our couriers on the ground. And what that did for us is enabled us to be able to add more and more partners moving forward. So that's where the exciting part for us is. Now we can grow our supplier side and grow our merchants. However, our focus has historically has always been an Atlantic Superstore. And that's been the main goal for us, is to ensure that we have a full unique variety and offering, and stay consistent with it.
Oh, it's pretty neat. And let's say, how's the competition in this market? Like things like Instacart, obviously, is the famous name that comes to mind. How are things going there?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? The thing with Instacart is that they still have their own turfs, their war turfs to fight in the US. But aside from that, Instacart mainly focuses on national suppliers, and that's where based on the resources and their partnerships, they're only focused on the big guys. And there's about 30% of the market is consistent of ethnic and independent grocers, and that involves all around Canada. These are offline merchants, offline suppliers that we are focused on. We want to make sure that we're digitizing their stores, we're bringing them online, we're giving them the right tools to enable them to sell and reach more customers than ever. And that's definitely has been a big focus for us recently, and how we're able to focus on a different segment from what our competition, and offer a different type of products.
All right. Is there any last thoughts you would like to share with everyone about like this journey, building the company, what you've learned? Anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, it's really the best thing that I've learned in this business is that, first of all, nothing is impossible. When we went into the company, it was a big, big project, and we didn't know where we're going to be in 3 years. We kept growing. Like I said earlier, we started small and built on it. We tested the things that we were talking about. So it wasn't just theoretical. We wanted to make sure that we're testing, we're talking to our customers. We want to build a company based on trust. And that helped us build a reputable and loyalty within our customers. So that's a big thing for entrepreneurs. Try and be out there. Don't be scared to take risks is a big one. But at the same time, make sure you're not opening yourself up for exposure, and you're staying within a lean model, something that you are able to grow as you grow yourself and your team. And that's the most important part here that we found. We're excited to continue serving our community and grow beyond, and looking to see where that takes us.
All right, Omar. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
Absolutely. If they want to get in touch with us, they can reach out to my email. My email is osoliman@couryah.com, or they can head over to our website and head on to the Contact Us page, and they'll be able to reach one of my team, and they can certainly reach out to me through there.
All right. Thanks for being here today, Omar.
Super excited to be here with you. Thank you for having me.